What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
It's this is Bernie, Jesse, and Mike.
Yeah.
With Investing Lifestyle.
That's right.
We're investing based off our lifestyle to build that lifestyle, baby. Mike, you got 10 seconds?
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Or 15.
Yeah.
Do you want 15?
You want 15 minutes?
No.
All right. Yeah, exactly. All right. So really excited again. It's really great to have Jesse here, and we just want to we're going to dive right in to figure out. Okay, we got past the beginning. You know, what's the nuts and bolts of how we really get this started? Because I think that's one thing that people are always afraid of is how do I start? What do I do to start? And after you get past that first failure, what does it look like after that? What is it really? What's the real part of it?
Yeah. And to do a little recap, the last video, if you guys missed it, Jesse talked a little bit about, getting a foundation, right? Getting that good foundation of where you have read some books and whatnot, got some actual knowledge. And now we're going to talk a little bit more about application. So what do you got, Jesse? I'm excited to hear.
Yeah.
Well, jumping into kind of the biggest endeavor that I'm doing right now, I was just a kid with a little bit of cash in my pocket and a little bit of knowledge at that point.
Okay.
So going through college, got the expected job out of college, and started saving immediately because I knew I didn't want to be there forever. I don't want to be stuck in the rat race is what they call it, right?
Mm.
So I got caught up on Robert Kiyosaki, and the life-changing thing that I did 3 years ago, I read his books and I played Cash Flow the Game. So something that a lot of people kind of wrap their heads around, and especially people with debt. So I graduated college with debt, right?
Yeah.
Is you get the revenue from your job just to pay off that debt. It's like, oh, you have less debt. Finally you can start saving a little bit more later on. I played Cash Flow for the first time, and that's what I did, a young, dumb college kid. And I lost. So the learning lesson from that was start saving your money, pay off the minimums on your debt. It's always going to be there. Just let it, pay it off a little at a time. Use the extra revenue you have and start investing. Take those investments, get the money that you get from those investments and start paying your debt off that way. So you can start having the money from your job. You can keep that. You have your investments and it starts paying off your debt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you don't mind me jumping in. So like my idea, my philosophy, right? So I don't have any debt, okay? But if you have student loan debt, right? Or credit card debt or mortgage debt, right? Let's say it's 4%. Do you feel like you can make more than 4% off your own money? I think that's what it comes down to, right? If I have a credit card where I own 20 grand and I'm paying 20% in interest rate, right? Do I feel like I can get a 20% return on an investment? That's a tough deal, right? But if it's student debt, if it's a mortgage, 4%, do I feel like I can get more than 4%? I think I can. So that's just something you guys kind of gotta evaluate on your own terms. So
Yeah.
Things you can definitely learn from books that you read. Finding out, what that 4%, how long it's going to take to pay off, how much interest you're going to pay off, things like that. So next step was saving up the revenue. I had a bunch of debt in my pocket, but I was able to save up, $10,000, $15,000 after 2 years and living in my parents' basement for a little while. But, making the smart moves.
You gotta hustle, baby. You gotta hustle. Yeah.
But I didn't know what I was going to do. You can do real estate, you can do stocks, you can be in the stock market, you can do anything like that. But I knew coming out of college in business management, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to own a business. I just didn't know what it was. So I was out on the streets, basically, just meeting people, networking, things like that. And I ended up stumbling across another kid, with the same mindset who was managing this company at the time. And I just out of the blue met him. And we went to go get a beer, we hit it off, and he shows up in a freaking moving truck. And I was like, well, where's your real car, man? Like, what do you do? He's like, oh, I manage a moving company in downtown Puyallup. And I go, well, you ever thought about starting a moving company? And he looked at me, and obviously he never really thought about it, but that planted that seed in his head, and I'd say 2 or 3 weeks later, he gave me a phone call and said, let's do this.
Boom.
That's awesome.
And that was, I want to say,
That's awesome, right?
I want to say,
Did you ever think you were going to be owning a moving company months before?
I knew I would be owning a company. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was service-based, product-based, anything like that.
It's so awesome that it was just you meeting this dude who was managing a moving company. Like, you have the know-how, I have the passion, the fire to do this, right? I mean, it's just like, do you know what I mean? Like,
but it goes back to this. It goes back to making myself read those books to have the knowledge to thinking about the opportunities. So when they present themselves to me, I can, pitch an idea to somebody.
And close.
Yeah, just like that.
Boom.
So it's that foundation. It's the understanding. It's knowing how to deal with finances, what money you can deal with, and then going out and finding opportunities.
Yeah, I really believe that everything that we need to do what we really want is already there. It's just about making your eyes open to the opportunity, like seeing it, and then not worrying about, hey, if I want to have this kind of company because I'm passionate about it, but I don't know how to do this part of it, not letting that stop you. Right? Because it's like, you don't know how to manage a moving company, but boom, somebody came up who does that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you add your piece.
Yeah. Which is, here's my drive, here's what I want to do with it, here's the bigger vision. Yeah, so I love that. That's just awesome.
I mean, that was this exact week last year. I was talking about it, just like this with you guys, talking about starting a business. And then today, this year, we just almost surpassed $500,000 in sales in 9 months.
Damn, dude.
Awesome.
So I mean,
That's awesome.
Going from understanding to that to creating a business, finding a good partner, and then going in and taking the plunge, taking risks and having the knowledge for stuff. So that's my story. That's where I am today.
Yeah. And here's one kind of question that you're probably not going to have an answer for, but I think it's fun to ask. If you would have met somebody who was like in the ice cream business, would you have done an ice cream? Like a manager of an ice cream. You know what I mean? Like,
it's funny you say that. That's actually relatable because me and my friend Juno, once upon a time in college, we tried to open a hot dog stand on the corner of 6th Ave because we noticed all these Seattle places had hot dog stands, Mad Dogs up in Seattle. They were killing it.
Oh yeah.
We noticed Tacoma
bratwurst and the onions and all that stuff.
Well, we started it up, but the royalties Tacoma wanted versus Seattle was just there was no margin to be made, and we were kids with barely any.
Right, I did the same thing with an espresso stand at my church. Wednesdays and Sundays I was making money, but I'd it wasn't good. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get it.
It was so funny. We got to the point we were walking through, I think Costco. Me and Juno were just young dumb kids, 16, 17.
Cash and carry.
We were just going through a checklist: buns, hot dogs. What do we need?
I remember cups, lids, syrup. I did the same thing.
Looking for hot dog carts online. It's like we're gonna be millionaires.
Yeah, right. Make sure you have the 3 sinks.
Oh yeah. Gosh, that was a long time.
Yeah, dude, me too. I did that.
That's awesome.
Dude, that's cool.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap up on this one. I'm excited for what just happened right now.
Me too.
Dude, I'm pumped. If I were you guys, I would watch that twice.
Yeah,
I would watch that twice.
You gotta go back and listen to the magic.
You heard Magic Mike.
Yeah,
you heard Magic Mike. So on the next video, I know, right? On the next video, I think we're gonna dive a little bit more on how to be ready for opportunities and close, just like Jesse closed. All right, thanks, guys.